Hello everyone, it is Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my August wrap up. August was a massive month for me. I had so many things happening, so I'm worried that this video might be a little bit long, but I'll try to go through them fast if I can. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name's Lindsay. I am a traditionally published author with Scholastic. My debut novel coming out on October 18th is called The Glass Witch. It is about an angry little chubby girl who has to join a Halloween themed pageant in order to rid her town of a vicious witch hunter. Think of Hocus Pocus, but like in reverse. So anyways, in these videos, I mainly just talk about everything that I did in the month of August. Reading, writing, life, media, just basically everything. I started these earlier in the year because I was on deadline with my second book, right now called The Odd Book, and I just didn't have time to vlog, which is what I normally do. So I started doing these wrap-ups, and now I just really like the format of them, so I think I'm gonna continue anyway, even though I'm kind of vlogging again. So we had a lot that went down, so let's just dive right in. I'm going to be starting with writing, of course, since that's what most of us are here for. And let's go ahead and start with The Glass Witch, since she's got most of the things going on right now. And first of all, we can talk about this lovely poster. I am going to be doing some events, and Scholastic was lovely enough to send me this massive poster to be able to put up on my booth or wherever I am. And it's really cool. I could just like have it ironically in the back of my videos. I also got some bookmarks made. I made these myself. I am so proud. Your girl is basically a graphic designer now, but I think they look rather nice. Looky there, looky there. And I'm gonna be using these as bookmarks to give out as swag, but also little business cards whenever I'm out and about. Just yeet them here and there. I also am getting started on a website, which I am so excited about. The woman that I have commissioned to make it has made quite a few other published authors' websites, so I'm very, very happy. I feel like I'm in good hands, and it should be up in like, I think like 4 weeks or something like that, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I also did a giveaway this month, which was so fun. I love being able to connect with people that are excited about my book. It's just it's so odd that people want to read it. Like, I'm like, oh. But I gave away 3 arcs, and all 3 winners were just so lovely and so excited. It makes me very, very happy. Speaking of giveaways, if you didn't know, Goodreads right now is hosting a giveaway from September 1st through September 14th. So if you missed the first 2 giveaways that I did, where I was giving away an arc of The Glass Witch, you can go on Goodreads, you can sign up there, and like, fingers crossed you win. They're giving away 5 copies, so your chances are decently high. I also contacted an old teacher of mine. In 4th grade, I had this teacher that I feel like really got me into seriously reading. I always liked being read to, and then when I turned 10, I realized that I could like pick my own books and have a lot of fun with them. So I feel like that's when I like truly became like a reader, where I would go into a Barnes & Noble and pick my own books and get excited about them. So I sent her an email and I reached out and I was like, hey, don't know if you remember me. It's been like 20 years, but you were my English teacher and now I'm an author, and like, can I send you my book? And they were so excited. She was like, oh my gosh, you just made my whole year. So it was really exciting to be able to reach out to her and just be like, you changed my life. Thank you for that. Like, here is a book that I wrote probably because of you. Another really cool thing that happened this month was I got a really amazing shout out. Barnes & Noble did this adorable little interview format where they asked B.B. Alston, the author of Amari and the Night Brothers, and J.L., who had a middle grade book that just came out called A Taste of Magic, where the main characters of their books kind of did like an interview between each other, and it was so cute. And at the very end, Kiana from A Taste of Magic is asked what books she's been obsessed with this summer, and she mentioned mine, which is just like so cool. Like, these are some of my 2 favorite middle grade characters like of all time, and they were talking about me and my book and Addie, and I just can't really get over that. It's also really cool because both of them are like New York Times bestselling authors, and they're like talking about little old me who just sits in her bedroom and talks to a camera. So like, that was just like so mind-blowing. Yeah. Speaking of Barnes & Noble, yeah, there was a whole thing with Barnes & Noble. I really don't want to talk about it anymore because it took a lot of energy out of me, and Barnes & Noble is not allowed to have that energy from me anymore. No, no. But real quickly, if you weren't aware, Barnes & Noble has just started telling publishers within the last like 3 weeks or so that they're not going to be stocking middle grade hardcovers that they had before promised to stock, like canceling orders or just not putting them in when publishers were expecting the orders to be put in. So yeah, sucks for middle grade debuts. I'm one of those. I got the email Wednesday, I think, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. I got the email from my publisher with the news from Barnes & Noble that they had just told them about. So, sucks. It's not going to be in store in Barnes & Noble, but you can still order it online, and if you pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble, it's safe. It just is what it is. There are lots of articles out there if you'd like to learn more about it. I'm not giving them any more of my time, but the goal is to order from indie books because that's where it's at, folks. Also, okay, so this one's kind of exciting. I haven't yet really talked about events yet because not everything is 100% confirmed. However, I will confirm one event that I know for certain I will be at, and that is if you are in the Columbus, Ohio area, I will be attending the Midwest Bun Fest this year, and I could not be happier. The Midwest Bun Fest is literally like a festival for bunny lovers. Like, you bring your bunnies, they have bunnies there to adopt, they have bunny themed items to buy and to eat for you and for your rabbit. They have informational panels and workshops. They have glamour shots you can do with your bunny. Like, it's just a fun time. It's a really, really fun time. And since Rosie, this little New Zealand white right here, is such a big part of the story, and my book does take place in a magical rabbit sanctuary, the team thought that this would be just like the perfect opportunity to do like a book sell and a signing at a little booth. So I will be there. I will be the one in the witch's hat with all of my books. If you would like to attend, that will be on October 22nd. I will put the information down below, but it is a wonderful convention. All of the proceeds, or a majority of the proceeds, go to the Ohio House Rabbit Fund, which is just like a sanctuary for disabled rabbits or just rabbits who need a home. Like, it's great. It's wonderful. Please come. I'm like terrified I'm gonna be at a booth and like no one's gonna come see me. Like, I know that's not a reality, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. More details and more events to come in the following weeks. Now let's move on to the odd book. Yes, we have only talked about one book so far in the writing section because that's how busy I have been. So Tobe, or The Odd Book, my blessed second book in my Scholastic contract. She has finally been turned into line edits, or I have finally turned in my line edits, and my editor is reading over them now, and I think the next step will be going to copy edits, which is fantastic. It means I get paid. It means that, you know, she's kind of like in the machine of Scholastic and she's turned in, and like it's a real book and it's really happening. Tiffany, my editor, will also be going to the cover artist meeting soon, and she asked for like descriptions of the character to send to whatever artist they decide to choose, just in case there is a situation with like, you know, with the Glass Witch, that they decide to put the cover on the front of the odd book, or put the characters on the front of the odd book, and then other covers that I also just think fit the vibe and stuff. So that was really fun, compiling that mood board basically and turning that in. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it with Tobe. We are trying to figure out an actual title. Tobe is not the title. TOB stands for The Odd Book, for those of you that didn't know. I like The Odd Book, and I think my editor likes The Odd Book, but the problem is we don't know if that like gives enough information to the audience, telling them what the book's about. So we don't know. It might stay The Odd Book, or it might get a real title. Okay, finally, that's the end of the writing stuff. Let's move on to life. For those of you that have been here a while, you knew that the moment I sold my book, the first thing that I was doing for myself was planning a 2-week UK trek. And it's getting closer. The time is getting upon us. We plan to go very early in 2023. And so I spent most of August like learning and watching videos and like different places I want to go. Like I already had a little bit of a list, but this was like really like, okay, getting down what cities we're going to and where specifically I want to go within those cities. Oh my gosh, cat scared me. Oh, I should have pulled him up. Okay, because I know some of my viewers are in the UK. So I'm going to tell you what towns I'm going to. And you tell me from these towns what you recommend to eat and where you recommend to shop, and any other fun little tidbits. Like, I mean, if they're really popular places, I probably already have them written down, but okay. So in England so far, London, obviously, Cotswolds, Bath, York, where else we got? Manchester. I'm gonna see a Manchester United game. I'm a big Man U fan. I've always been since I was a kid, and I just like can't wait to like scream and shout and go horse at a Man U game. Oh my gosh. Glastonbury, wherever Chatsworth House is, like Pemberley from Pride and Prejudice. I forgot which town that was in. Salisbury, because I want to see Stonehenge. Any recommendations for those towns, let me know. And Ireland, so far I have a little bit less figured out for Ireland and Scotland. I know Dublin, whatever is around the Cliffs of Moher, and Galway. Those are the only ones that are like 100% I know I'm going to. I'm open to other suggestions. Oh, and then Scotland, yeah, that one's really all over the place too. So I have Edinburgh, Loch Lomond. Oh, and there was a national park somewhere I wanted to go to as well. Yeah. Help. I'm just kidding. I feel like I've done a really good job on searching the places that I want to go. But I mean, if you're local, you have the best tips for where to go. Also, another big life thing. This big boy turned 1. I'm so excited. Yes, I know. Him turned 1. He also got his dingleberries chopped off. Do you want to show me your dingleberries? Or your lack thereof? But he's doing really well. I can't believe he's so old. I feel like I just got him and like, okay, it's gonna get chaotic because now Chauncey has woken from his nap, but let me get through this fast. I started a new migraine medicine and it has completely changed my life. I am basically able-bodied. Like, who is she? Just kidding. I wish it would fix all my like neurological conditions. Boys, I'm gonna kick you out. Okay, you're being kicked out. Excommunicated. I'm so good at this. See, I'm ready to go to England. I know how to excommunicate. But yeah, I got on a new migraine medicine and it's been fantastic for me. It's worked in a way that like all 17 other medicines I feel like haven't. And right now, I feel like with things going on. Also, if you didn't know, hi, if you're new here, I'm like really jacked up from like the neck up. I have a lot of spinal deformities and extra ribs and like, you know, all of that extra fun stuff. But it causes a lot of like neurological and blood vascular problems in my brain and my spine, and because of that I have very chronic and debilitating migraines. And while there is no hope basically for the spinal stuff, the migraines we can always try to treat the best we can, and I've been struggling I feel like my whole life with migraines, and I found a pill that is working for me right now. And I mean, this happens all the time. I find a new medication and it works for me for a little bit and then my body gets used to it and it doesn't work so much. But I have never gone an entire month with only one full-blown migraine, and the one migraine that I had in August was before I got on the new medicine. So I am just overwhelmed, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to cry, because literally like I used to never be able to open my blinds because I was sick with migraines all the time. I literally just like could not see the sunshine, and yeah. My windows are open today. The sun is on my face. Like, I'm very happy. I'm very grateful. I feel so blessed. I guess something else I could talk about is my husband bought me an RC. He's really into playing with those RC car things. And so he bought me a little tiny one, and she's very cute. She's very cute. Maybe I'll put some B-roll of her in here. We also got this really fun new game that I want you all to go out and buy. It is called Ramen Fury, and it is so fun. It is so fun. If you love games where you get to sabotage other people, get it. We love it. Also, I'm watching Hot D, or House of the Dragons, or basically Game of Thrones, because I'll always watch it, call it Game of Thrones no matter what. And I'm really liking it. I'm seeing a lot of criticism and I'm like, I'm just here to have fun. Like, it's really giving so far like YA fantasy circa 2010 vibes, and I'm very here for it. I love Patty Daddy. I think he's the weakest king, but he's like genuinely like kind of a good guy. And I love Coriolanus Snow because he's like a total snake, and I'm also here for for it, and him and his wife just like crap talking everybody else, but like sitting on their high horse, like drinking their wine. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so me and my husband. It's a fun show. I'm having a great time. All right, and let's talk about some of my favorite reads for this month. So in August, I participated in the Magical Readathon. If you don't know what this is, it is the most fun thing on the internet. Like V, I will link her channel as well. She created this entire world, this entire journey. You make like a character, and they get into certain like schools and certain houses, and there are certain prompts for your character. I guess I've never played D&D, even though I think I would like it, but I guess it's like D&D, but like for reading. I loved it. I had so much fun, and I completed 13 books for the Magical Readathon. Well, 8 specifically for the Magical Readathon, and then 5 more on my own. But I want to talk about some of my absolute favorites. The first of being Wake the Bones. This is a YA horror that is everything I could ever want. It is a botanist or herbalist dream. It's all about being in the woods and foraging and being on a farm and nature, and like just something is wrong in the woods. I loved it. I loved it. It was like gritty Appalachian poor folks and like forest entities. Like, oh, it was so good. If you like folk horror, I think this is for you. And now my favorite book of the month, and maybe my favorite book of my life, is Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. This is so hard to pitch. I don't think I could make you read it unless you're already called to read it. It says indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the teaching of plants. It's a nonfiction written by an Anishinaabe woman. I think she's Potawatomi. She's a biologist. And she's telling stories through the lens of plants. I really don't know how to pitch this to you. It's beautiful. It's life-changing. It really is a look at how we all need to get back to nature to like heal. Yeah, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever read. I have tabbed it up and highlighted so much. It's absolutely changed my life. Made me cry multiple times. And I love it. And I don't usually say like, hey, this book is for everyone, but this book is literally for everyone. Like, I think we all need to read this. And then I read my friend's book, Blood Like Fate by Lizelle Sambury. I finished the duology. I'm so glad I did. This is so fun. It is well, the first one is about a witch. It's set in the future. Black witch family in Toronto, and she has to choose between saving her family or killing her first love. And it's fantastic. If you like a good, big, messy family, this is for you. Okay, well, that didn't actually take too long. That was all of my August. So tell me about your August down below. Did you guys read anything good? Did you complete any projects? Did you start watching any fun TV shows? I feel like I asked you guys a question last time I made one of these. Maybe I should ask another question. Let me look a funny one up. Oh, nope, I thought of one actually. Right before I typed it in, I thought of one. Based off of a character actually in Tobe, so you guys kind of get a sneak peek. Would you rather have hair where your nails grow or nails where your hair grows? And I do mean all hair. Anyways, love you guys. Hope you have a good week. If you haven't already, please pre-order the Glass Witch. It would be amazing. I will leave some pre-order links down below, and well, they'll be in my link tree down below where all of the pre-order and like all my other social medias are. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.